Will the governor of California choose to replace Kamala Harris's open Senate seat? Today, that's what we're going to be going over. 98% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you can please subscribe, I am Miles of Maps, and we are coming to you with daily videos. So please subscribe, and we're gonna come to you with a video every single day. Will the governor of California choose to replace Kamala Harris's open Senate seat? Today, that's what we're going to be going over. As you know, Kamala Harris is a black woman. She also is a woman of Southeast Asian ancestry from India as well. So, with her being in the Senate, she represents only one of the only two black folks in the Senate right now. So a lot of people are calling that this Senate seat should be, appointed to another African American. And I think in this article, we're going to go over who might be the actual front runner based on some different reporting. So this is an article coming from SF Gate, and this is what it reads. California Governor Gavin Newsom will have to name a replacement for Vice President-elect Kamala Harris in the United States Senate, and his shortlist appears to be taking shape. So it goes on to say after Joe Biden and Kamala Harris won, that folks started saying like, who's going to replace Kamala Harris? And it goes on to say that Politico reported that California Secretary of State Alex Padilla, a longtime ally of Newsom's, is a leading contender since Newsom wants to make a historic choice, and Padilla would be the state's first Latino senator. And it says Gavin Newsom has just a handful of close friends, Ballard told NPR, and Alex is one of them. He's part of that inner circle. So if we just look, it goes more in talking about Alex Padilla, and he's currently the Secretary of State, California. But they're also, it goes on to say, they're also, what do I go around here? So it says there also appears to be a well-defined second tier of candidates, with Political reporting that Representative Barbara Lee and Karen Bass, Barbara Lee, she's out of the Bay Area, and Karen Bass, she's out of the San Diego area. They are high on Newsom's list and may face pressure to appoint another woman of color to succeed Harris. Bass and Lee were mentioned as strong contenders in the NPR and Variety stories as well. And from there, a host of names from San Francisco Mayor London Breed, Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf, to the Mayor of Long Beach, Robert Garcia. So there's a whole bunch of different folks that are eligible to be put into this position. However, if Newsom wants to appoint someone, they would be up for their Senate seat to be up for election in 2022. On the other side of this, we do have Republicans that do want this seat not to be filled at all. One thing we have to understand about the Republican Party is that at any chance that they get to put things in their favor, that's what they're going to do. And I would say I'm not going to knock them for it, because that's what their main objective is. But when it comes down to this specific seat right here, this will be filled. I can surely say that before 2022, this will be filled. And as we look, currently, we have Kamala Harris in the seat. She was the Attorney General for California. She, grew up here. And one of the things is she is a woman of color. And as we can see, if we look at the larger map, I think we looked at this map yesterday, but as we look at the larger map, this is the entire Congressional Black Caucus. This is the entire every single African American that is a Democrat in Congress right now. And as we can see again, the only only senators are Kamala Harris and Cory Booker in New Jersey. So why are people asking? Why are people, demanding? Why is the Black Caucus, even folks such as the chair of the newly elected chair, Joyce Beatty, folks are asking, and they're saying that Kamala Harris's seat should be filled by a woman of color or a black person or a black woman. And it isn't like California doesn't have a lot of black women in their legislature that have more than enough experience, not just in Congress, but on the state level to be put as the, placed as a senator. So before we say, we don't want to make this into a battle between, Latinos getting a senator versus, black folks getting a senator. But at the end of the day, when we look at the way that American politics has ran, white folks had no issue when folks were disenfranchised at putting, replacing their people with other people that that of the representation, a white man for a white man. So I don't think that there should be anything wrong with replacing, a person of color, the vice president of the United States with another black woman. So when you see here, we have Barbara Lee. Barbara Lee, she comes out of California. Fun fact, I actually interviewed to be an intern for her. I didn't get it, but it was really cool to be able to talk to her office. They focus on a lot of LGBTQ issues, black issues in the Bay Area, housing rights, things like that. She would be a great candidate for the open Senate position for sure. And then we have someone like Karen Bass and Maxine Waters. Karen Bass, I believe she's out of the San Diego area. So if you didn't know, San Diego politically in California has just continually came up through the ranks, not just because there's a lot of people down there, but because if we look at the area of San Diego, if we look down here, San Diego primarily covers this entire area down there, and because of that, and they're very disconnected from the LA area. So they have their own political culture. It's kind of like its own state down there. So it would be cool to be able to have someone representing the Southern California. I believe Dianne Feinstein is from the North. So someone from the South would definitely be there. Same thing with Maxine Waters, representative out of California. So I think when it comes down to this map in general, and if we look over here, we currently look, right? In the Democratic House Caucus in 2019, there was 28 black men and 22 black women, and this is the House of Representatives. So we will be adding more. There will be more people being added to this list going into the next Congress, I believe. But one thing that's important in the United States Senate, there's only two: Cory Booker and Kamala Harris. If Kamala Harris is not replaced by another African American or a black person, then there will only be one person of one black person in the United States Senate. And if we're trying to be more representative and just replace people with folks that at least in the in the color of it, and can keep that representation, a member of this group, because the Black Caucus is a group that does have a goal, and they do work for specific goals together, and they do author bills together. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. You learned about different folks around the country. You learned about what's going on in California. And yeah, again, who do you think or should replace Kamala Harris as the senator of California? The race will be up for election in 2022, so that will be more of a mandate for whoever that candidate is. But as we can see, if Kamala Harris is not replaced in the United States Senate, there will only be one black person in the United States Senate. But there will still be a whole bunch of folks in Congress, in the caucus. But hopefully you enjoyed this video, and you can some food for thought to see who should replace Kamala Harris in the United States Senate.